Hey, me again. I realized that I promised that I would make these 5 minutes or less. The last one was like 8, but there's a lot to be said. Those are my dogs, by the way. It is what it is. Let's go. All right. So we are going to talk a little bit today now about our next lesson. Our next lesson is on owning your story's core. Okay. I cannot stress enough how important it is to intimately, decidedly understand your story, right? And so what does that even really mean? Well, it's the emotional engine, right? It's the central question that your entire book is asking. Not the plot, not the characters, not the setting, not the theme, not anything that you're putting into it. It's the why beneath it all. It is the universal truth, the emotional truth that the story is seeking to achieve. It should be expressible in one clean, catchy, resonant sentence. And that is really difficult, especially if you've got a 90,000 word book. How do you get that down into one sentence? You have to. You do. I'm sorry, agents are going to read hundreds of queries a week and they know immediately what a story is about at its deepest level. It spells itself out on the paper. If you can't articulate that, the agent can't sell it because the agent needs to be able to articulate that too. And if you can't, they definitely cannot. So here are a couple examples of one is fictitious. I kind of just drew that up. The other one is the one for my novel, Love and Loss on the Lido deck. So the first example, a woman must decide whether to rebuild the life she lost or claim the one she never thought she deserved. That's it. I mean, what a human journey. What an emotional high stakes story, right? That everything you need to say is in that. If I were an agent and I would read that, I would immediately be intrigued, right? It's a great story. My example, the sentence that I use is LLLD, Love and Loss on the Lido deck, invites readers to keep doing the hopeful work of becoming our truest selves, sometimes with the help of a banana suit wearing cruise director on skates. Is that in the book? Yes. Is the book funny? Yes. Is there an emotional core that asks you to create a life, a truth um, within yourself and with others. Yeah. So that's kind of what I mean when I say, the whole book is based off of that one premise. So how do you do that? How do you take 90,000 words and shrink it down into one sentence? Well, you got to ask some tough questions. You have to sit with it. You have to have like a dark night of the soul with your story. And you have to ask, like, what is your protagonist trying to overcome? What are they going through? What do they want to get through? What truths are underneath the plot, right? What is emotionally resonant? What's universally true about this story? And my favorite question to ask is, what is the moment that this entire story is written for? There is one moment in your writing that sings out, that is a speed bump on, your narrative. That moment is your story's core. So kind of asking those questions and getting around that is where you want to start looking for those patterns, start looking for kind of this is the pebble that launches into the still small pool and ripples out, right? We're trying to find that. Um, Other ways of finding that, if you removed everything, all the bells and whistles, all the flowery, beautiful writing, all of the plots and the subplots and the side characters and the setting and all of that fun little quippy thing that you heard on the train and you worked it into the dialogue, remove all of that, what's left? That's your story's core. It should feel like the sentence that just kind of unlocks everything. Um, a great mini exercise to do is try to write it, right? Try to write it. And then when you write it, cut it, cut it down, keep cutting it, keep. Maybe start out with like a paragraph and then just chop, 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 right? And by a process of erasing all of that content, you're going to land on that one sentence. Um, how to use it in your pitch, right? your core, again, it's the spine of your pitch. And so it tells the agent what they're really looking at. It tells the editor what, their publishers, what they're really buying. You want to use it in your pitch paragraph. I've got it in the template that's, downloadable on the website. Keeps you from rambling, keeps you from over summarizing. It also helps you when you start aligning like your comps. We're going to get into that in the next lesson about comp research and what you're looking for. It also signals confidence in your writing. You know your story, you know your audience, you know what's at stake here. And it gives you like a clear line. Like if anybody ever tells you or asks you, which people will once they find out that you've got a book, they always ask, so tell me what your book's about. And you're like, I want to say, how many hours do you have? Um, Regardless, a good template for this sentence is at its heart, the story is about blank and what it costs to blank. If you can hear my dogs barking, so sorry. Plus, then we're going to get into comps that convert. I need to go get them from the mailman. I'll see you on the next lesson. All right.